Yeah, I mean, I think that my legacy is there. It's not just about who I fight, it's what I fight for, you know? I have the Fearless Foundation, which is for survivors of sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. If you go to fearlessfoundation.org.
In the world of women's mixed martial arts, two names stand out above the rest: Dakota Ditcheva and Kayla Harrison. Both women are champions in their own right, feared and respected across the MMA world. Dakota is known for her speed, power, and unmatched striking skills. Kayla, on the other hand, is a dominant grappler.
If you go buy a Kayla Harrison shirt, all of the profits go to my Fearless Foundation, which is for fighting sexual abuse, child sexual abuse. So for my birthday,
with Olympic gold medals and a reputation for crushing opponents on the mat. Now the world is waiting for their 2026 face-off, a fight already being called the greatest women's MMA match ever. But to truly understand what makes this upcoming fight so monumental, we have to look back at the key moments in both their careers, the battles that shaped them into the legends they are today. Kayla Harrison began her MMA journey with an unbeatable spirit in a background that few fighters could match. She is a two-time Olympic gold medalist in judo, a sport that shaped her signature fighting style: strong, controlled, and relentless. By 2023, Kayla had already won 2 PFL lightweight championships and had a near-perfect record of 15 wins and 1 loss. One of her most notable fights came against Aspen, a tough opponent with an 11-4 record, including several knockouts and submissions. Kayla Harrison versus Aspen, 2023. When Kayla stepped into the cage with Aspen, fans expected a war, and they got one. Round 1 began with both fighters maintaining distance, feeling each other out. Aspen threw the first punches, but Kayla responded instantly with a powerful combination: a punch to the face, a quick left jab, and a devastating liver kick that stunned her opponent. Aspen tried to recover and counterattack, but Kayla picked her up with ease, slammed her to the mat, and began her ground and pound assault. She quickly transitioned into the crucifix position, where she trapped Aspen's arms and unleashed punches. Aspen fought hard to escape, but Kayla's control was overwhelming. The round ended with Aspen barely surviving the onslaught. In round 2, Aspen tried to rally back, landing a few solid strikes, but Kayla's grappling once again dictated the pace. She caught Aspen's leg, took her down, and began punishing her with elbows and punches from top position. Aspen's attempts at submissions failed, as Kayla's strength and composure neutralized every move. By round 3, Aspen was exhausted. Kayla, sensing weakness, pushed forward with even more aggression. When Aspen tried to go on the offensive, Kayla countered effortlessly, pinning her down again. Aspen made one last desperate move to lock in a choke, but Kayla's power proved too much. She broke free and rained down heavy punches until the final bell. Kayla Harrison won by unanimous decision, cementing her dominance once again. After the fight, she confidently called out Liz Carmouche, saying she wanted the next challenge. Little did she know, an even bigger threat was waiting: Dakota Ditcheva. On the other side of the MMA world, Dakota Ditcheva, known as the Dangerous One, or the British Shark, was carving her own legendary path. With lightning-fast kicks, long reach, and knockout power, Dakota had built an unbeaten record that left fans in awe. Her signature style, mixing long-range strikes with brutal knees in the clinch, made her one of the scariest strikers in modern MMA. One of Dakota's most defining moments came in 2024, during the Women's PFL Championship, when she faced Santos, a skilled Brazilian fighter with a 22-3 record. Dakota Ditcheva versus Santos 2024. From the very start, Dakota set the tone. She used her long legs to control the distance, forcing Tyla to stay cautious. Tyla tried to take Dakota down using her grappling, but Dakota's balance and technique kept her upright. Every time Tyla tried to close the distance, Dakota countered with knees to the body and sharp elbows. In the first round, Tyla managed to secure a brief takedown, but Dakota bounced back immediately, showing her strength and athleticism. Then, with perfect timing, Dakota unleashed a brutal head kick that rocked Tyla. By the end of round 1, Tyla was bruised and breathing heavily, while Dakota looked calm and composed. In round 2, Tyla tried again to take the fight to the ground, but Dakota saw through her plan and responded with 2 massive knees to the ribs that echoed through the arena. Tyla's attempts at grappling turned into desperation, and Dakota punished her every time she got close. Then came the moment everyone remembers. With 30 seconds left in round 2, Dakota threw a devastating left-hand liver punch, followed by a series of rib shots. Tyla crumbled to the ground, and the referee had no choice but to stop the fight. Dakota Ditcheva became the PFL flyweight champion, earning $1 million and proving that she was not just a striker, she was a complete, unstoppable fighter. After the match, Dakota mocked Kayla, saying, "They said I'm just a Barbie. Well, a Barbie just beat your ass in round 2. So shut up." Her confidence, charisma, and deadly precision made her one of the most feared fighters on the planet. Kayla Harrison versus Caitlyn Young, 2022. To fully appreciate Kayla's strength, we must revisit another important fight in her career, her 2022 PFL playoff match against Caitlyn Young. Caitlyn Young was an experienced veteran with a 12-12 record, known for her striking ability. The two fighters were similar in weight, but Caitlyn had more reach, while Kayla had better leg length and grappling. From the start, both women fought cautiously. Kayla stayed in her southpaw stance, waiting for an opening. Then she faked a jab, lunged forward, and executed a perfect takedown that brought Caitlyn to the mat. Kayla immediately went for full mount, using her judo skills to control Caitlyn's arms and posture. Within minutes, she began raining down powerful punches. Caitlyn tried to defend, but Kayla's ground control was too tight. After a series of unanswered blows, the referee stopped the fight. TKO victory for Kayla Harrison in round 1. Caitlyn protested, claiming she was defending, but the replay showed Kayla's dominance was undeniable. That win secured Kayla another playoff spot and proved her grappling was nearly unbeatable. Dakota Ditcheva versus Sumiko Inaba, 2025. Fast forward to 2025. Dakota was now a global superstar, defending her title against Sumiko Inaba in the PFL Championship Series 2. The fight began explosively. Sumiko charged forward with aggressive punches, but Dakota countered with a thunderous kick to the face. The crowd roared as both fighters exchanged blows at lightning speed. Dakota began using her clinch work, landing elbows and knees that punished Sumiko's midsection. Despite taking heavy damage, Sumiko stood firm, refusing to go down. By the end of round 1, it was clear that Dakota's power and precision were unmatched. In round 2, Dakota picked up the pace. She landed multiple body shots and another huge knee to the ribs, visibly hurting Sumiko. The referee watched closely as Sumiko tried to survive. Even after a flurry of elbows and punches, Sumiko stayed standing, showing incredible heart. Dakota was determined to finish the fight early, but Sumiko refused to give up. When round 3 began, Sumiko's left eye was nearly swollen shut, but she still came forward. Dakota changed tactics, keeping her distance, waiting for the perfect counterstrike. Sumiko attempted a takedown, but Dakota easily shrugged it off and laughed, the confidence of a true champion. Dakota dominated the rest of the round with body kicks and jabs, sealing another victory by unanimous decision. This was only the second time in her career that Dakota had to go the distance, proof of Sumiko's toughness. After the fight, Dakota's record stood at 15-0, solidifying her status as one of the most dangerous women in the sport. What happens when they meet? Now the question that every MMA fan is asking, what will happen when Dakota Ditcheva and Kayla Harrison finally face each other in 2026? This fight isn't just about power versus speed. It's a classic clash of styles and personalities. Kayla Harrison, the grappling queen, disciplined, strong, and methodical. Her judo background gives her the ability to control fights from top position and neutralize even the most dangerous strikers. Dakota Ditcheva, the striking prodigy, confident, flashy, and ruthless. Her kicks and knees can end a fight in seconds, and her agility makes her difficult to pin down. Why this fight matters? This isn't just another fight. It represents the evolution of women's MMA. For years, female fighters have fought for recognition, respect, and equality in a male-dominated sport. Now, two of the best athletes on the planet are set to prove that women's MMA can deliver fights as thrilling, technical, and emotional as any men's bout. Both Dakota and Kayla carry not only their personal legacies, but also the pride of their countries. The UK versus the USA. Striker versus grappler, youth versus experience. The anticipation for this fight is unlike anything seen in recent memory. Fans are already calling it the fight of the decade. Both fighters are champions. Both have beaten world-class opponents, but only one can emerge victorious when they meet in 2026. Kayla Harrison's incredible grappling and Olympic pedigree give her the edge on the ground, while Dakota Ditcheva's devastating striking makes her lethal standing up. If the fight stays standing, Dakota's speed, power, and technique could deliver a knockout. If Kayla gets her hands on her, the match could end in a submission or ground and pound finish. No matter what happens, one thing is certain: this fight will redefine women's MMA. Whether it ends with Kayla's judo throws or Dakota's crushing knees, fans will remember it for decades as the moment when two of the greatest female warriors in history collided. Dakota Ditcheva versus Kayla Harrison, the fight of the century. Two champions, One cage, one legacy. Only time will tell who will stand tall when the dust settles in 2026.